Thank you for coming to Friday with Friends. My name's Brittany Brooks. I work with female veterans at Coast to Coast Legal Aid, and today we are going to be talking to Marcellus Frederick, who works at Mission United, assisting our homeless veterans in overcoming homelessness. Marcellus, can you tell us a little bit about what Mission United does as a whole?
It's my pleasure, Britt. Mission United, excuse me, Mission United is an organization that's under the United Way of Broward County. And our sole purpose is to be the #1 provider of services and assistance to veterans in Broward County. We have a variety of programs that address homelessness, employment, education, financial literacy. We cover a lot of stuff. So like one of the programs we have is the SSBF program, which is really catered to those veterans who do not make that much money. They are 50% under the AMI for the county. With that program, we are able to provide first, last, and security deposit to help veterans move into affordable housing. With that program, it also allows us to help veterans who are housed, who need rental assistance, they've fallen behind. We can provide that rental assistance to help them catch up and become stable. With both of those programs, we have case management, housing specialists in case someone is in a unit that they just simply can't afford or they've been evicted out of. We have employment services to help that veteran find jobs. We have educational services to help the veteran find vocational training. So that's one of the things. And we also have benefits. VSOs work with their benefits to increase their income. And of course, we have legal aid, who allows us to address any legal issues that affects their housing, as well as help them increase their income, especially through Social Security. Through our TIP program, our TIP program is designed for individuals who make more than a 50% AMI, and they have sufficient income. They just don't have the move-in money to move in, or they have some in their background, or something that's just a barrier that's just preventing them to move in. So with our TIP program, we turn around and we rent the unit, and then we sublease it to the veteran, and then we charge them a portion of the rent, so that to give them opportunity to increase their savings, pay off debt, and put themselves in position so when we're finished with the program, 6 months to 12 months in, they're stable and able to move forward. We recently got granted the HVRP program. It's not on board yet, but it should be here at the beginning of October, the grant season. And that program allows us to help veterans who, especially those coming out of the prison system, help veterans find employment, get equipment for jobs, help them with interviews, as far as interview techniques, job searches, going back to school, vocational training, licensing. So that's through the HVRP program. And then last but least, we have our general case management here at Mission United. And what we do is we just address needs of the veterans. We can't solve every problem that a veteran has, because some of these veterans have some very unique needs. But if we have the financial resources or the connections to community partners that allows us to address those needs, then we will provide that assistance to help them cross that barrier to housing, employment, getting their driver's license, and things of that nature.
Okay, so you're kind of a one-stop shop for veterans in Broward County.
You hit the nail on the head. We are a one-stop shop. That's what we're striving to do. We're really trying to put ourselves in a position as we look to expand to where a veteran can come to our location and just try to get a majority of their needs met so we can move forward.
Wonderful. And how bad is the homeless veteran problem in Broward County?
It's a bad problem. Veterans on a whole do not make up the majority of the homeless population, but because we are South Florida, we don't have taxes, we don't have snow, a lot of veterans leave up north or leave other areas, especially rural areas, and they come to South Florida looking for assistance or to just live on our beaches. Like I say, Florida is one of the most popular tourist attractions. South Florida is one of the most popular tourist attraction in the world, and that includes the homeless. So they come down here, and they don't want to leave the sun and the beaches. So it's always a growing number of veterans. Like right now, we have so many veterans coming out of New York, Boston, Chicago, out of California. Because as much as we complain about housing prices here, they're cheaper than they are up there.
Okay, and what factors in your experience have you seen that's contributing to homelessness among veterans?
The lack of affordable housing, a lack of affordable workplace housing. One of the things that I'm really noticing that, our elderly population, those veterans who are elderly, they don't have as many options as veterans who are more independent. And so I think that's one of the things that's contributing to our homelessness as far as our veteran population. We have a lot of Vietnam veterans now who have memory issues, health issues, and it's making it very difficult for them to find suitable housing independently. And a lot of times they need a assisted living facility or a nursing home, but they lack the resources to pay for those ALFs and nursing homes. And even if they have the resources, there are some situations where the cost is so high that it takes up so much of the veteran money. Sometimes they just prefer to be on the street than to give them all their money.
And then have you seen changes in the amount of clients you get since COVID-19 happened and with the economy being the way it is it affecting the homeless population?
Oh, most definitely. With the changes, with some of the changes, with landlords trying to recuperate the losses they suffered during the pandemic, rent has gone very high. But the rent being so high, property values shot up, which means taxes have shot up, which means insurances have shot up, and it's just it's just very, very high, and it's very difficult. It's a very competitive place. We have situations where, as I explained, veterans are coming out the northeast and out of the north into the South Florida area. So when we've had units that might be 1,200, if someone here goes to get that unit, by the time they walk out of there is somebody willing to pay 13, 14, 15. There are actually bidding wars on some of these units. Even some of our lower income areas or some areas where rental prices weren't that high, there, one bedroom is $1,500, $1,600, two bedrooms, $2,000.
Wow. And if a veteran does need your assistance, they're facing a crisis, they're at risk of homelessness, how can they get a hold of you and Mission United to get help that they need?
Well, we have a 24-hour helpline that's manned by 211. So the number to call to reach Mission United 24 hours, 7 days a week is 954-4-UNITED. Again, that number is 954-4-UNITED. And someone will be there to talk to you, evaluate, assess your situation, and then they make the appropriate referral to one of our programs so that they can reach out to you or reach out to the individual and see how they can assist them, help them cross that barrier and, avoid homelessness or end their homelessness.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for all this information. We hope you guys join us again next Friday for Friday with Friends, and we wish you a great weekend.